Alright guys, so this video is going to be longer, alright? I'm going to make it long and make it very exciting. You guys are going to love it, alright? So now with my videos last night, sorry guys, with my videos last night, they were a disaster. They were a complete disaster. My hair was a complete mess. I was so tired. I had worked all week at my job, really trying to get those bonuses in for those car deals and all that. Really trying to get all that in, but meanwhile, when I'm doing my videos, I was like, this is exhausting. I am so tired, so I had to do better videos today. I was like, oh my goodness, those videos are terrible, so I had to do better videos. So of course, here I am, alright. So I'm making better videos today, don't worry guys, they will be a lot better. As you can tell, this is much better. The outfit is so nice, right guys? And look how cute it is, it's so cute, right? Alright guys, so going to perform a lot today. Now this video is going to be a half an hour, and I'm going to talk about a mishmash of things. Going to talk about celebrities, going to talk about different things that I've seen. Now I don't know the deets on all the celebrities because I'm not with them and I don't hang out with them. And maybe you think I should because I look like them, but I look like the sexy ones of them. But yeah, so I do want to talk a bit about celebrities. Now there is the Wendy Williams show, which I make comments about Wendy Williams a lot, and I'm kind of like, I'm being too hard on her, I think, in some sense, but in another sense, I'm like, she's Wendy Williams, she's on major TV, everyone loves her, so she should be at her best, right? Now, with her videos, like her last video was good. I mean, maybe she was thin, I don't know. She was wearing something very long and covering her whole body, so I don't know what she looked like underneath. I don't know if she was actually very thin or not, or if she was actually gaining weight. I couldn't tell. Like when I first saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, she already gained weight and she's only been thin for a couple days. But she actually looked pretty thin still. So looking forward to Wendy Williams. I do love Wendy Williams. The show is really fun for me. I don't know why I love it. I just love it so much. I do watch Wendy Williams more than almost everything else for some reason. I don't know why. She's very addictive. I don't know what's going on with that. There's a lot of great TV, and for some reason I watch Wendy Williams a lot. But obviously I do, and I do watch YouTube mostly. So on Wendy Williams on YouTube is like the be all end all for me for some reason. I don't know why. Shows that I actually prefer that I don't watch, which are like The Bachelor. I like The Bachelor better, and The Bachelorette. I love those shows, but I don't watch them very much because they're on TV and I don't know. Watching a clip here and there on YouTube. Well, what's the point? It's not. Well, I mean, you can, and it's probably good, but I'd rather watch the full show. It's kind of nice to watch the full show. But those are actually my favorite shows. Shows like that. Relationship shows are really fun. I really like relationship shows. I really like things on dating and relationships. Those are my favorite shows. I really love those shows very, very much. Those are my favorite shows. So I really want to watch those shows. And I do. Wendy Williams is kind of like that. She talks about relationships. She talks about dating. And you see people's partners and different things. So I like that kind of stuff. It's interesting. Then and of course, and then, if you're an intellectual, maybe you like reading and stuff like that, there's a lot of very good books out there and a lot of good things other than TV. Some people really don't like TV as much as they like reading and stuff like that. And who could blame them? Some of this TV is just complete trash. But yes, but if you're watching TV, these are things that I like to watch. Now, Channing Tatum is someone I like to watch because he's very good at acting and he looks really good, For me, I'm like convinced that he spends a lot of time taking care of himself, so it helps me motivate me to take care of myself. Then there's Chris Evans and superhero movies. I like Chris Evans, I like Iron Man. I like Robert Downey Jr., but I think Robert Downey Jr. doesn't look very good. Everybody says I look like Robert Downey Jr., but I don't think he looks very good. Not that he looks bad or anything. He's not like he looks better than most people, but in my opinion, I think I look better than Robert Downey Jr. He looks like he's kind of like I mean he's very good looking obviously, but I mean when people see Robert Downey Jr. I think they don't see me, but people always say I look like Robert Downey Jr. as Marco obviously, but I'm like how can I look like that? I know Robert Downey Jr. doesn't look Robert Downey Jr. doesn't look as good as I do. In my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, as well as Marco, you have to see me as Marco. I'm just as Mileena right now, but I think Robert Downey Jr. doesn't look as good as I do, and I don't know, for some reason I just think, people are like, well, Robert Downey Jr. looks good. No one's ever really said Robert Downey Jr. looks bad. I mean, he's famous for his looks and as a celebrity, but I don't think he's considered a heartthrob, really. He kind of sort of is, but he's not really one of the ones. I'm not sure if he's ever been sexiest man alive or anything like that. And I really feel that I could be. I really do feel that way. So yeah, so Robert Downey Jr. is the it guy, and people say that he's the it guy, so they're not really thinking it's a bad thing to say to me, but I'm pretty sure people think it's a compliment. Obviously, it would be. I mean, he's not hideous or anything. He looks good, and he's a famous actor known for his looks and known for his acting, and he's one of the most popular actors in the world. But for me, I mean, I go for, like, for my type of look, I go for the type of look that's like, Channing Tatum, that kind of look. I want that kind of look. I want a Chris Evans kind of look. And I really think I have something similar. I mean, they're very different looking to some extent. I mean, people that look like that all look the same sometimes, and then they all look different, right? They have their unique look. So Mileena and Marco have a certain look to them, and of course it's very good. But it's unique to all the Hollywood celebrities. It's just like all the Hollywood celebrities have a unique look. They have a certain look that's unique, and you're just like, how can you pinpoint exactly whether a Hollywood celebrity is better looking than one other one, right? But the last picture I saw of Robert Downey Jr. wasn't as good. Maybe he's got some really good pictures. I'm sure he's got some pictures that I'm like, yes, I look like that. And there are times when, yes, I've seen him in an interview and he's like looking really good, and he looks a certain way, and I'm like, yes, that looks like me. It's almost like if I was talking to myself. And I mean, that's what people think of when they think of me, right? They think of the one times when he looks like me, when he looks exactly like me. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, and I mean, he's good looking. He does have better videos in some instances, and the others are not as good. And I mean, on his best videos, yes, maybe I do kind of look like him. But I mean, for me, I just think I look like somebody like, oh, I don't know. Let's see. I guess I look like, let's see. I mean, as Mileena, I look totally different, obviously, but as Marco, if you saw me as Marco. And my channel is Marco DC, so you'll see Marco a lot. But yes, Mileena, so I guess people say that I look like Robert Downey Jr., and yeah, I guess to some extent it's true, but I mean, for some reason, I think I look better than that. Like, I think like I look like maybe Jean-Claude Van Damme when he was younger. But I mean, the thing is, the most exact looking person I look like is Robert Downey Jr., but I do think I look better. I really, really do. I don't know what you guys think, but if you want to comment below and tell me, I'd be more than happy to hear it. I'd love to hear it. I mean, if you guys think I look better or worse than Robert Downey Jr., let me know in the comments below, alright? Now, Mileena, it looks like a lot of different celebrities as well. She looks like Jennifer Aniston when she's young. She looks like maybe, I don't know, Cher sometimes, depending on what hair she's got on. She looks like Madonna at times. She looks like Lady Gaga at times. So, but it's all like one thing, where you kind of think to yourself, well, who do these people actually look like? Who does Mileena actually look like? And she kind of looks like her own person. Same with Marco. Like, we're so good looking in our own right, and we have our own gorgeousness to ourselves, and our look is so unique to ourselves that we look like we're part of like our own look, right? We've only got our own look, and a lot of people might say, well, you look like this person, you look like that person, but in reality, I have my own look. I look like whoever I look like is myself. Is basically what I look like, and I mean, I'm gonna be a celebrity, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, I'm very lucky, obviously. Yes, I'm very, very lucky. So I'm totally enjoying my life. I really am happy. So thank you all for watching. Now I'm really glad that comment that somebody made about making longer videos is actually working. I'm getting more subscribers. So thank you to that person. I'm not going to say who it is, because I want to make sure they know. Well, they're an important fan, but I'm not sure if they want me to tell everybody that they made that comment. But you can see it. It's on my page. They've got the comment there. I think that they were, yeah. So I'm just gonna not say who they were. All right, but I'm really grateful because I know that's true. I didn't realize till later. I was like, what should I do? What should I do to get my channel growing? It is really annoying when you go to someone's channel and you love it so much, and you're trying to watch one of their videos and it just changes all the time, and then it goes to somebody else's video and there's a commercial and there's a commercial and there's a commercial, and you're like, you know what? I need to watch a channel that's consistent. I need to watch a channel that's got the goods and also has a longer video, so a set of longer videos, so that I could just watch them over and over again. And if I'm doing something like building something, or talking to someone, I want to play something longer, and we're watching it together. It's kind of nice to watch something where you don't have to change the video over and over again. I can do short videos still, but it's kind of nice to have the option where somebody has a good channel, and you're like, hey, this video I can leave on, and we can do yoga together while it's on, or we can just sit on the couch and relax while it's on. So isn't that nice, right guys? Totally enjoy. So I love this outfit. What do you guys think of it? Nice, right? Anyway, Mileena's looking grand as usual. I really worked so hard. You know what? I had to really diet and exercise to get this way today. Like, it was really like a lot of work. So I'm really pleased that you guys are enjoying the show. All right. Now, Mileena does have a few comments to say about certain things as well. So, and one thing that I want to say is when your metabolism gets slower, because you get older and your metabolism gets slower. Now, I don't look older because I'm 41 and I look young, and I am young, but I mean, when you get older, you kind of think to yourself, if things get harder, you have to really work at being thin. And I really do. So I'm very blessed, obviously, that I'm able to do that. Yes. So anyway, that's cool. I think that's great. I'm really pleased that I can spend more time to take care of myself so that you guys get a good show, right? All right. That's cool. All right. Anyway, there is something I wanted to say about a woman that was in her 80s or 90s or something, and she did a makeup tutorial. She might have been in her 70s, and I was like, holy, like, if you see the makeup tutorial and you see what she looked like before and you see what she looked like after, you're just like, oh my god, makeup really does work. Like, it just really makes a person completely different sometimes, and you're like, wow, like, that's crazy. This woman looked so much better when she was had makeup on. And it's obvious, obviously if you have makeup on, you look much better, but some of these people like are like so gorgeous when they have the makeup on, and then when they have the makeup off, you can tell their age, all that. But this woman is so adorable. I'm not sure what her name was. I just saw it passing through the YouTube channel videos, and she was in her 80s, probably in her 80s, maybe 90s, maybe 70s. I'm not sure, but she was like so much older looking in her other picture. And obviously, yes, we know makeup does transform, but if you see her picture with the makeup on, it's like crazy different. You're like, holy. So obviously she's looking good and she loves makeup, and makeup is wonderful, right? Makeup is great. So the beauty business, like Mileena talks about, Mileena's business is all about beauty, right? Mileena captures the essence of beauty. I'm the real definition of beauty. I'm the gorgeousness of the gorge. I'm the most powerful beauty in the world. I'm going to be the most powerful beauty in the world. I just sense it. I'm looking very, very good. I know. I know these things. I look at celebrities. Like Kim Kardashian looks good, and she does look really, really good. But, like my parents look so much better than her parents, So I know I've got good genes, really good genes. Now, obviously, Kim Kardashian is gorgeous. I've always liked her look, but I really do feel sometimes I'm better looking than some of these people. Now, I mean, the thing is, when you see these people, sometimes they're like, wow, and then other times you're like, oh, they're not as good. Just like with me, right? Like there's some videos of mine that, one second guys, there's some videos of mine that probably aren't as good, right? So you're like, well, we can say the same thing about you. And yes, that's true, but, Kim Kardashian is someone that you're like, holy, like she's so pretty normally. And then you're like, well, what about Mileena? Mileena's pretty. Mileena's gorgeous. Mileena looks good. Right, guys? Mileena looks amazing. So I really want to thank you guys for enjoying the show. It's fun, right, guys? All right. So Mileena's now going to model. I'm going to see how much time has passed, all right? Now I want to make sure this video is longer, right? So it's been about 15 minutes, all right, guys? 15 minutes of fun with Mileena. I'm gonna make it about a half an hour, alright? So you guys are gonna love the show, so much fun, alright. Modeling with Mileena, alright, look how gorgeous I am, oh my. Now the videos last night, oh my goodness, it took me forever to make them and I was just like so disappointed with the beauty that was there. It was like so crazy. I was like, wow, no way that this video sucks this bad. But I'm gonna post them because that's what I do. This video, and the videos were not that bad, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like my hair is a mess. I look like a total slob. I was so tired. I had done so much work for my jobs and everything. I was like doing things back to back. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have to do something. I have to make videos today to make it up to my fans. They can't have videos like this. No way. There's no way they're going to have videos like this. So I'm like, I got to make it up to my fans. Got to do a good job for them. Make sure that they like what they see, right? You guys have to like what you see on Mileena's and Marco's channel. Now, Marco is the main guy on my channel, alright? I am essentially Marco, but yeah, so you have to be happy with what Mileena and Marco deliver, right? Like, it just goes without saying. You can't be unhappy with it. That would just be a tragedy, right? So, of course, Mileena's going to model here. Look how gorgeous she is. Look how pretty she is. Wow, right? Alright, guys. Going to do a lot of videos today. You guys are going to be in heaven with Mileena. Look at my hair. Oh my goodness, guys. I kind of look like Cindy Crawford with this hairstyle, don't you think? Now, I'm going to do videos where I'm lying down as well, alright? Or doing kind of like posing really gorgeously, alright? On the floor, alright? So you're going to love that too, alright? Maybe I'll do songs tonight, not sure, I don't know. I don't know, everyone. I don't know. But you guys are going to love whatever I do tonight. Now, guys, I really want to do a shout out to Lady Gaga. Now, I don't know Lady Gaga at all. I've never met Lady Gaga. But the thing about Lady Gaga is she is so kind. She is so friendly. I'm not sure if she's like that in person, but she's like that on camera. And she's very, very nice on camera. And she always says, you know, people I was rejected several times. I'm for people. I'm always for people. I'm always for my fans. And you guys are stars. You guys are amazing. But she's all for fans. She's all for everything, right? But the thing about Lady Gaga that I love is that she is so nice. You know, she's so friendly. She makes you want to be a celebrity. She makes you want to take the next step to becoming a celebrity. And I feel that I'm that way too, you know. I kind of want people to be like, I'm good, you know, and I don't feel good, but I know I'm good. And I kind of want to take that to the next level for those people. I want them to say, you know what? You are good and you should do something about it. You should chat. You should hone your abilities on YouTube or do something creative or do something where you have fun, do something where you're doing amazing. Follow your dreams. That's what I want to tell people because you know, for me, I had Lady Gaga, and of course Madonna was great too, but with Madonna, I never felt like I could be a celebrity. She was always very much like, she was always very, maybe it was my age, I don't know, but it was always like, with Madonna, it was never like, it's not like Madonna wasn't nice or anything, but it's just that Madonna wasn't very focused on letting people know that they could do the same thing, you know? And Madonna kind of made it seem like she was the only one. Not that she did, you know, people might be inspired by her and think they can do the same thing as her because they see her, and you know. But I mean, with Lady Gaga, it was a definite giveaway that I was going to do music, I was going to be a star. Like, it was really a definite giveaway. I had seen Lady Gaga's Bad Romance video, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. That cover, as soon as I did that cover, I was like, yes, I feel like this is the song for me. This is what's going to get me to high heights. That was the cover that started it all for me. That's what. And my friends and my bestie, of course. My bestie's awesome, obviously. But when I did that cover of Bad Romance, I was like, this is what's going to get me fame. This is what's going to get me fame. This song is so good. And it really makes me believe that I could be a star. I don't know what it is about this song, There's nothing about the song really that makes somebody feel like they're going to be a star. But for some reason, I felt like I was going to be a star when that song came out. And it only, not when it came out, but when I just watched it on my own terms and was just like, yes, this is the song I'm going to do. And it wasn't just that song, you know, it was like her whole persona and everything. It was kind of like her whole like essence and her whole being, like be yourself, be kind, don't judge, all those things. And it was just like all that blended into what I thought was going to be something that I was going to look forward to being famous. I just felt like I was going to be famous after Lady Gaga came out. I really did. I don't know what it was about her. I think it was just her uniqueness and her beauty, and just the. I mean, you know, my dad was a performer. Obviously, we all know because I tell you guys, and he still is. But it was just that whole, you know, that whole thing. I mean, maybe I was destined to be famous and maybe destined to be a performer because my dad was, and my dad still is. But I mean, it was just that whole Lady Gaga thing where it's like, you know, you're like, oh my goodness, like Lady Gaga is so good, and you know, I'm like, maybe it was my time because of Lady Gaga, but also because I am, you know, I'm from a family of musicians and different performers and stuff like that, so it's not like I wasn't destined anyway, but Lady Gaga, I'm like, holy, like this girl is just so good, and I mean, when she started talking about how she was like, be kind, be this, be that. I was like, yes, I can resonate with that. I'm really kind of feeling that that is who I want to be. That's what kind of person I want to be, and that's the kind of celebrity I'd like to be. And that's why I pursued the whole YouTube thing. I really decided to pursue the YouTube thing because of Lady Gaga. It was really kind of a nice thing. I really felt like Lady Gaga. I mean, I don't know if I'd get along with her in person or not. I mean, I'm thinking I would, but I mean, like, Lady Gaga was the reason why I really felt like, yes, this is it for me. This is what I want to do. Now, I mean, for me, I'm still at the place now where I'm not famous. I'm not getting paid on YouTube. So for me, it was kind of like, well, I'm doing this. I'm doing this kind of like for fun. I'm kind of hoping to get to be famous. I'm hoping to do really well. But the thing is, I never really saw, you know, fame in me because I just, you know, when you're not a celebrity ever, you've never been a celebrity, and you don't know any celebrities, you don't think you're going to be famous. Like it's almost like everybody's, you know, you feel, obviously people might feel, how's that possible? You look so famous, you look so good, you're going to be famous, obviously. But you know, when you've never been a celebrity, you don't know what that's like, right? You never felt like you were going to be a celebrity. Why would you think that, right? Like most people would think that celebrities are out of reach. They're out of touch. Most people think that most celebrities, you know, are beyond everybody else. Most people feel that most celebrities are kind of like in their own realm of talent and abilities. Most people feel like that celebrities are kind of like, you know, if you say you know a celebrity, most people won't believe you, you know. That's the kind of way people are, you know, it's just that that's natural, you know. You just like, and despite how you might be more like a celebrity than other people, maybe you feel the same way, right? You just can't help it, right? Because it's just natural, right? Like, you're not feeling like anybody's really gonna be like a celebrity that you know or anything like that. Even though my dad was a performer, he was never really extremely famous. Like, he pretty much was someone that was very popular, performing in stadiums. So you know, you get that sense where you're like, yes, well that's fame right there. But he never really had like the accolades or the, you know, people being, you know, he had struggled with it because he wasn't getting paid as much as he should have been, right? Like, and he didn't have things like YouTube to fall back on, right? Like, when he did a performance, they just gave him hardly anything, right? So, and he performed big shows, like really, really big shows, and he's very popular. So, you know, when people see him, they don't, I mean, maybe they don't think maybe, I'm sure they realize he's not really being treated fairly, but I mean, a lot of people might be like, well, and that's why people came up with unions and stuff like that and different things, because people like that that should not happen, right? Like, my dad would have been a star pretty much. Like, he was so good. He would have performed a lot more if that would have been the case, but he just kind of was like treated like, well, they're just like, we'll give you a meal or we'll give you this, and it's like, you know what? Like, he was so good, he was so talented, and it just like really hurts me to think that somebody would do that to him. But of course on YouTube, you will get paid, so that's not a concern for me, but I'm like, well, my dad was so good. I mean, obviously sometimes he got paid, but I was like, well, he performed in a stadium. What did you give him, everyone? Like, oh, not everyone, but people that were there. So it was like, well, it was just like so sad, but he's still a musician now, and he performs big venues and stuff. And maybe he told me, maybe he said that he didn't get paid, but he did. Who knows? I don't know. But I mean, it's just like, kind of like, well, nowadays people are more able to do these things on their own and not worry. Like I know for me, like I have YouTube to fall back on, which is very good. I'm very lucky, obviously, to have YouTube, so it's kind of nice. It really is a nice thing to know that YouTube does pay and eventually pays. Now, the thing is, with YouTube, people still, like, I've had, there's some people that are just shockingly weird. You're just like, I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you guys are YouTubers yourselves or you guys do things and you guys are like, okay, I've seen weird before. I know what you're talking about, but I've had people just scream out any negative things about me because I'm a YouTuber, right? And they're just like, just scream out, and I'm like, you know what? Like, why would you do that? Like, wouldn't you want to scream out at someone that's not a YouTuber? Like, why would you want to get mad at someone that's you? But they're like, he's gonna be really, really good, so just that pisses me off. Well, it's like, well, I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? Obviously, I'm enjoying that. So I mean, and I mean, I'm not gonna hold any grudges against that person, but I'm like, like why would you just be a YouTuber yourself? And of course, she may not feel she can do it. She may not feel it's talent, but the thing is, if she's got that kind of feisty energy, I'm sure she could do something. She'd be good at something, I'm sure, but it's just like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm almost done the video. It's gonna be a half an hour long, alright? So gonna pause now. Let me just see how much longer it is. Okay, it's been 27 minutes and 10 seconds, so I'm going to just do a little bit more. Just gonna pause here now. Now guys, if you're seeing my recent videos, you're probably thinking, wow. And I don't blame you. They're so good. I'm so impressed. Anyway, I really want to wish you guys well. Have a great night. Click that subscribe button, guys. Come on, show your support. Look how good I am. I look so good. I take good care of myself. I'm obviously like really an amazing talent. As you've seen, if you watch any of my videos, you'll know. So click that subscribe button. Don't be shy. I'm really welcoming to all people. I'm really non-judgmental. I don't judge. I'm not rude. I'm not mean. So I really want to say thank you to all my fans. Now, obviously, my fans are very important to me because they are the ones that make me who I am, right? So if it weren't for you guys, I'd be a nobody, right? So thank you all very much for watching. Click that subscribe button. Now let me just see how much time is left. Okay, I've got about 2 minutes left, all right? Just going to pause here. Alright guys, don't I look like a real woman? It's crazy. I'm actually Marco, which is unbelievably shocking, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. Alright guys, I think that's it almost. Let me just see. Alright, 1 more minute, guys. I'm looking so good. I'm so pleased. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Alright guys, just 29 seconds. Alright. I want to make it exactly half an hour. Alright, let me just go back there. Alright, let's count her down. Alright, let's count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The video is awesome. Thank you for watching. Alright, bye everyone.